about the company, every processes, right? Paper jammed in the printer, and one of those guys who was with the company for 25 years, he came to remove jammed paper and make printer working again. I was standing nearby watching, and I noticed he was kind of not slow, but he was acting kind of like he was hesitant, a little bit kind of like he was shy. And after a couple minutes he looked at me and said, "Don't look how I fix this printer." I was shocked. So for this guy who spent with the company, I don't know, 15 or 20 years, his job security was how he removed jammed paper from the printer and how he put new reel of paper into the printer. Speaking of parking lot was looking pretty poorly, because, for example, this particular gentleman, he was driving probably 25 year truck, beat up truck, and you would expect that he was making decent money, and maybe he did, but again, his approach was pretty self-explanatory. So again, you would like to have people who are experienced, who have knowledge. Basically, I would put it this way: you would like to work in the company where you have someone to learn from. There are different levels of education, experience, skills, and so on and so forth. So you would like to be someone who is not the brightest one. You would like to be among people who can teach you something. Speaking of benefits, I'm coming back a little bit. When you consider what benefits companies offer, and what benefit may be valuable to you, there are some benefits which goes with saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. For example, FSA, flexible spending account, or commuter benefit account. What it is, your money before taxes goes to, for example, FSA, flexible spending account, goes to this account, and you can spend them on particular things which would help you to save. Same with the commuter benefit. You can buy, for example, your train tickets or your bus tickets with before tax money, meaning that if you spend $200 a month on a train, you can spend a little bit less considering your tax bracket. But again, keep in mind, for example, in my situation, I was contributing to a commuter benefit account. I got my prepaid Visa card, I mean MasterCard, but I was laid off, and IRS rules are that you cannot ask for a refund if you are no longer with this employer. So best way, before you decide to participate in those benefits, again, it may be FSA, flexible spending account, or commuter benefit account, wait for at least several months just to make sure that you like the company and company like you before you get involved in it. If, like in my case, you got your prepaid card MasterCard, for example, for flexible, for commuter benefit account. If you got your card and you feel that you may be losing your job or you lost your job, try to use this card as soon as possible. Simply put, you can buy a ticket. Nowadays, nobody send letter that you are no longer with the company, and provider of those benefits remove your name from the list of eligible people. As soon as company fills electronic form on the computer, for example, Human Resources Department filled form that you are no longer with the company, that card stopped working. In my case, I lost between $300 and $400, which was not the best part of the deal. What else? I would give you another example. For example, I came to work for a company. Company was smallish, but it was not new company, so you would expect it's kind of normal company. And during the first couple hours, I noticed something which I couldn't understand. On the desk in the office, there was pretty large box, probably foot by foot box, and it contained business cards, stacks and stacks new business cards. And the interesting part was that not only names on those cards were different, names of the companies were different. And I was a little bit surprised, whether it's business cards for our neighbors, maybe, companies in the same building. And to my shock, it turns out those business cards were for our company. One of the other relevant elements of this situation was, I was told, when phone rings, do not mention name of the company, which is very unusual. Normally you would expect when phone rings you would say such and such, company such and such, how can I help you, or something similar. And when I asked why, owner was not kind of elderly without brain person. No, guy was, I think, probably in his 40s or maybe 50s. He kind of laughed, but that laugh was not not normal laugh. And he said, well, who would like to explain our new employee why we don't introduce when we pick up the phone, why we don't tell who we are? And another person said, well, the reason is that if we messed up relationship with the company, we pretend that we are someone else and we offer our service. Company, it turns out that company was cheating customers, lying to the customers. It was not paying its drivers on timely manner. And in order to deal with it, manager, when phone would ring, he would pick up the phone and he would answer with kind of short expression like hello. And based on what he is hearing, for example, hey, this is driver, I didn't receive my money, he would change his voice and he would pretend that he is not the owner of the company. He would say, oh yes, he is not here right now, but if you would tell me your phone number, I would, you know, write it down, and he would call you back.